Just say that.
Yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mode. Man City domestic double. Can they win the treble? We're still here for it. I like the background, Marshall. Where are you?
Home.
Right, it's a new background. What is the blue stuff that happens all the time? It's different. About. All right. Big up everybody that is here. Chelsea, did they get robbed? A lot of people are saying they got robbed in the cup final. But was Chelsea even going to win if they didn't get robbed?
Are we going to cry about the ref the whole stream? Because if we are, I'm going to leave. I don't want to cry about this the whole time.
You might as well leave.
Chelsea were the better team, and they didn't win. That's what we need to discuss. It had nothing to do with the ref.
But how do you think? Okay. What are you upset? You won the cup.
Because I don't want to cry about the ref. I'm tired of it. Why is every stream on YouTube football now about crying about the ref? Every game, doesn't matter who it is, just let's cry about the ref. Like, I think Chelsea were the better team today. They had the better tactics. They had the better execution. City looked lost for most of that game. We had possession, did nothing with it. And we just want to go to the ref. Like, I think Chelsea should have won that game. They were very good.
We should allow people to express their opinions, Kelk. Like, we should allow people to express their opinions. I'm sorry. Like,
all right, I'll just go on mute and I'll during the cry session. That's fine.
Like, a referee's decision is up for discussion. So why are you upset? Hold on. Nobody talks. Kill. Do you think there was a good shout for a penalties for Chelsea? 2 penalties. Yes or no?
No.
No. You don't think that both were even remotely close to be a penalty?
I don't know.
Okay. Tariq. See, I'm not going to go to the Chelsea people. Tariq.
Yeah, no, I'm with Kells. I don't think so either. I think both of them were, basically shoulder to shoulder. I don't think that it's called anywhere else on the pitch. Why would it get called in the box? No.
Okay. By the way, both of you are wearing the same shirt. I like that shirt. It's one of the best City shirts actually. That is out.
It's not one of my favorites, but I got it.
It's actually I like this one. It's actually very, very smooth.
So, I wore this to the game. I'm superstitious. When yeah. I change shirts when they drop points, and so I wore this because the last time I wore it, they won the game.
I want to get the ref out of the way. Mark, do you think you were robbed?
No, I don't think any. I don't think any of the penalties are valid penalties.
All right, fair enough. Honest. Yeah, Marshall.
No, not really. But I hear the argument. Similar shoulder barge happened to Semenyo on the other side of the pitch. He gets called a foul. Doesn't get called for. João Pedro, but at the end of the day, we should have been a better team. It can't be on the ref every time. So,
no, we were a good team, bro. Man, I was impressed, my friend. Look, we lost. Okay, cool. We've lost the game. We lost the final. but we played with a bit of spirit, a bit of fire under our belly. We were
that's the minimum I could ask for.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, Cole Palmer played well. Cucurella, all right, against Semenyo. He got done a few times, but I was impressed. I was like, where was these performances previously in the second half of the season? We would have if they'd done that from the second half of the season, we would have secured Champions League. But as I have said, Mo, in previous streams, hoping for the worst for Chelsea can be a good thing. The club is now rock bottom. And now I do believe that the board are forced to change strategy. So we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. I actually thought that City were the better team on the pitch.
Also, I disagree with Kells. I don't think that we played nearly as poorly as she does.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tarek. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I disagree. She feels pretty strongly that we weren't that great. I disagree. I think that there were moments in the game where Chelsea had the upper hand. I think most of the whole first half we were dominant. Well, I shouldn't say dominant. That's too strong a word. We were in control. Towards the end of the first half, Chelsea kind of came into an ascendancy, and then there were moments in the second half where they played a little bit better. There were moments where they played better than us, but overall, I don't think that they were the better team by any stretch. No.
I mean, if you had to sum up the game, if I had to be completely honest, it just came down to a moment of brilliance. It really did. Yeah. Like you don't expect the goal from that, and you don't see it very often, especially the football nowadays. Like you don't see that. And kudos to Semenyo. Gets the flick, gets the goal. It was brilliant to see that little heel flick. And Levi Cole was on him. He did everything he was supposed to do as a defender. And it happens in football. I can't get mad. I can't get angry at the team. Like I did say in my preview, I just want a good performance. I don't necessarily think we can win. I don't think the result is going to favor us, but I want to see fight, and it's not impossible. We could get something out of this. We did have chances. That first half, we looked like we were overall trying to knock on the door, but I've seen this Chelsea team all season long. We knock on the door enough times, and eventually Swat's on that other side with the big baton, and then we just get knocked over and we lose. So I just had that feeling after that first 45 minutes where we weren't getting that goal. And yeah, it came down to a moment of brilliance. I think both teams did okay. They were good. None of them were super brilliant, but at the end of the day, you need to have those individually brilliant players, which, unfortunately Chelsea lack in some departments. So
I think it's all about the confidence, in my opinion. When I'm looking at the game, it's all about the confidence. City were moving the ball very confidently. From the defense to the midfield with Rodri to the front line and Bernardo Silva. Chelsea lack confidence. And that confidence comes from the manager and the people that run the team. And nobody's going to tell me that these players believe that this manager can give them better tactics than Pep Guardiola. No one believes that at this Chelsea team. The board, when they appointed this guy, they sent a clear message. We'll do our best, but we aren't going to push for anything. Because they could have appointed someone else to actually try to win the cup. For City, though, in my opinion, I think some of the players played well. I think Doku didn't play well today. I'm Doku's biggest fan. Everyone knows that. I thought he played all right. Not up to his level. I thought Malagusto played well. Again, I thought Semenyo looked better than Doku. I thought Omar Marmoush looked terrible. Absolutely horrific. And horrific tactics by Pep to use him, in my opinion. I don't know what was the tactics for Omar Marmoush today to play. He wasn't the midfielder, he wasn't the forward, he wasn't the striker, he wasn't the winger. Haaland
looked
I think he wanted him to score goals.
Yeah, he scored in his last two appearances.
Yeah, but I'm talking about today. I thought that
it didn't make
Marmoush,
sense.
They didn't know what to do. I didn't know what Marmoush
What was missing was the connector between Marmoush and Rodri and Bernardo.
But
Rodri and Bernardo were not progressing the ball forward. It was the wingers who were. So you needed that connector piece to get the ball to the front. And when you put Marmoush in, it took Turkey out. So Turkey can do that. Turkey can go back and drop deep and pick the ball up and bring it forward. Foden can also do that. Marmoush cannot do that. And so that's why it looked so disjointed, in my opinion. And it looked a little bit better at halftime when you made the sub. Credit to Pep for actually reacting and making the sub right away. But yeah, that starting lineup, it almost worked, but it just, the Marmoush thing I was a little surprised about, but I think it was because he wanted him to score goals. I think he was trying to counteract the back five that Chelsea were playing with more goal scorers. But it just didn't quite come off because we couldn't get the ball to the front line as consistently as I think we were hoping to.
Yeah, but like for this City team, I'm not sure if it needs reinforcements or not. I'm looking at it. I'm like, are they complete? I don't know. I'm not sure if they are complete or not.
I think we need a physical 8 in the middle. We need a bruiser in the middle.
I think they are missing something else. Beyond the 3 forwards, I see nobody else. Like beyond Doku, Semenyo, Haaland, I see nobody else. Like Marmoush is not good enough. Savinho is not good enough. Foden is not a winger. Like who's going to play a winger for City? Like City need about 2 forwards next season if they're going to sell Marmoush. Like there is nobody there. Shirky's not a winger. Bernardo's leaving. City need a little bit of 2 players. You need midfielders. You need defenders. You need
I
a
think
lot
our
of
defense
players.
is pretty good. I mean, we probably need a fullback, but
Actually,
Mateus
Gavardo,
Nunes needs a
Diaz,
little
I think
competition.
I'll say we're
Yeah.
pretty deep,
I
especially.
think we
yeah.
have 4 really strong center backs now. So
Center backs are
I'm
good.
happy with that.
Yeah. Center backs are Gay, Gavardio, Diaz, and Kuzanov. That's a good.
Really good.
That's good. Yeah. I kind of was talking about the left back. Nouri and Nico O'Reilly are good enough. Maybe one center back, maybe one right back, in my opinion. Maybe one right back.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
I think he's a good like veteran presence, and when he doesn't play a lot, but when he's called upon, he has been very good this season. Like he was very good in that cup final against Arsenal. He's played a lot of games like that this season, and I wouldn't mind keeping him. He's linked away, but I'd keep him. I think he's been very good.
What
Where
about
do
the
you see the
striker?
That's always an issue for us.
Yeah.
What happens
As
if
far as-
Haaland gets injured next season?
Yeah.
Honestly,
So-
I think Semenyo can do it.
Yeah, so I think the
But then you
issue,
need
even
Wingers.
even with Marmoush, I
That's
think
what you had-
if,
yeah, you had to
if
do a winger,
Holland's
you're
not
right.
available, Marmoush is probably okay. But when Holland is available, he's gonna play 99.9% of all the games. So there's nothing for Marmoush to do, which then no one wants to be that backup. It's hard for us to have a true backup for Holland because he's just too good and you're never going to play. So you need someone that can do multiple roles, which is why she said Semenyo, who could be a winger, but could also be a backup for Holland if Holland were to go down. He's proven that he can get goals. So I think that's probably the better option for us. To your point, go get another winger. Even if he's not, I don't know if you want to. I know a lot of people are saying we need to go get a starting caliber winger, first 11 caliber winger. I don't know, because then again, Semenyo's not playing at that point. But you need someone else there. I think that if Semenyo does have to come into the middle, you need someone that's going to be able to take those minutes on the right, because Savinho hasn't proven yet that he's going to make that step up.
Although, yeah,
I
he
don't think
did look better his last game, but
He has, but to
Yeah.
be like someone we call on consistently, he just hasn't shown enough yet. But next year might be his breakout. We hope. at least.
hopefully, yeah.
But just to the Chelsea, I do think Chelsea played really well. I think they were, I think they probably feel like they should have gone for it from the beginning. But then again, if you do that and then you get down 2-3 goals, then you feel like why were we too aggressive? So it probably makes sense. It ended up working out for them, but I thought they played well. I wouldn't have been surprised if it ended up going to extra time.
Well, my
I
Chelsea
felt that
brother was
even
right,
if Chelsea
though.
win. What?
I said my Chelsea brother over there said it spot on. It was a moment of brilliance. I mean, literally 2 seconds later, if Enzo just controlled the ball a little bit better, it could have been 1-1. I know we're talking about ifs,
I thought
buts,
that
and
was in.
maybes.
Yeah, I thought that was in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was just that moment. I thought it was a fairly even game. As I said from the get-go, I was impressed by Chelsea's effort.
Yeah, considering the expectations going into this, and
Yeah.
listen,
Yes.
no one knows Chelsea fans like Chelsea fans, and the negativity going into this, the protests leading up to it, like it's just it was really hard to be optimistic, but I did the best I could. And listen, like I said before, I'm not angry, I'm not mad. It's just upsetting, like I didn't expect to win, but it still hurts, like not to bring the mood down, but it's just like, regardless, losing a final is never easy. And for Chelsea to have done this, 7 times in a row now, losing a final at Wembley, doesn't get easier. It's a very tough pill to swallow, and I mean, I'm sure, Mo, you're maybe going to talk about it, but Alonso just got announced, and I feel nothing.
We're gonna talk
Chelsea
about.
looks
I
like
just
they
wanted to
really
say-
wanted
He
Europe
got announced.
today.
I want to.
No,
I want to
no.
talk.
He got
I'm
announced.
gonna come to
Check
the
for
Alonso.
Vizio, man.
No.
Yeah, we got to. Here we go.
Ooh,
Okay,
we're
and
gonna smash
Mark, are
up.
you
Great
asleep?
PR timing.
Are you asleep, Mark? It
Mark's
has been
in the
announced.
depression cave like me, bro.
Alonso signed the contract. Chelsea's
I didn't
told
want to
Man
look
City
at my
Thunder.
phone after the game, Mo.
Bro,
Bro.
I already did a stream about it. This is my second stream about it.
All right, relax,
wow,
Mo. I'm sorry. Bloody hell. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Vader, you didn't get the message about the kits. You got to put the kit on, man.
Vader's, by the way, this is Vader's
There we
first
go.
time.
There we go.
Vader, guys, Vader's first time on the channel for a while. You're in Canada. It's still cold? Bro, it's hot here. People are naked in the street here.
No.
It's too hot to a point that people put
No,
away their
it's-
winter clothes here in Texas.
It's sweater weather right now in Toronto.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Yeah,
It's always hot where you are, Mo. Come on.
No, we get some cold weather. We get some.
Yeah,
2 weeks a
Cold
year.
weather in November,
Yeah.
where you are.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. We're gonna come to the Alonso and Pep Guardiola staying in City next season because Pep actually dropped that bomb earlier today. The BBC dropped the interview and he said he's staying next year. Actually,
Yeah, hold that, David Ornstein.
so
Hold that.
people that are saying that he's leaving, Pep said that he's staying. There's a lot of meltdown about him staying as well in the Prem and stuff like this.
Did you melt down, Mo? I know you were hoping for him to leave so
I
that
really was hoping for him to
I know
go.
you
However,
want a different you want something new to talk about next season.
but now I'm gonna tell you something. With Jurgen Klopp linked back to Liverpool, with Alonso at Chelsea, Pep staying, we're in for a box office.
Yeah, we can have
We're
a real
in for
title
a
race
Pep,
next season.
Klopp, Arteta, Alonso, and Michael Carrick, which I'm just going to include Michael Carrick in there, you know what I mean? But we're in for a box office. Pep, Klopp, Arteta, Alonso, well, that would be spicy. That would be good. That would be a good summer. That would be a good talking point. That would be very, very good. About the game, I disagree with the majority of you. Maybe this is my vision. I actually think that City had a very, very simple and easy game. They weren't going to score anyway. I thought that Chelsea were playing fifth gear. As Mark said, they were trying so hard. And it showed on the pitch. There was heart. I echo what Mark said. There was heart. There's people putting it on the line on the pitch. But I think that City were just very simple. We're going to get to the final third. We're going to get to inside the penalty area. And I thought that City showed the difference in quality between the two teams. And I thought that even if Chelsea got the penalty and scored, I thought City would have gone in and scored another. They would have just took it up a notch and they would have gone in and scored another one. And the game would have ended anyway with City win. I didn't see a world where City would win this game. After the first 20 minutes, there's a difference in quality out there between the two teams in terms of tactics and everything. And I think the better team won, in my opinion, in terms of everything, tactics, execution, like quality on the pitch. Best team won. It's deserved for City. No one can tell me otherwise. They deserve the cups. I know that people want me to come here and crash it on City and say, Chelsea were the better team. I don't think they were the better team at all.
Oh.
I disagree with
They
anyway.
played very well. I don't think City were expecting them
Because
to
people
press
think I
as
have
well
an
as they
agenda. Because people think I lie. People think I lie when I say that City played well or not played well. I lie. So yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, with regards to this game, if that's with what you described in it, I'm kind of in agreement. And apologies for just missing the early part of the show, but I think there's also something to recognize where we had, in my opinion, and the Chelsea guys can correct me, I think we had the greater desperation in this game. Pep lost the last two finals. There was this, you know what, Bernardo Silva, John Stones. This is the last for a few of us. And I don't think they were going to let this slip up. We allowed that Everton game, and it wasn't expected, but it happened. And I think the players have had kind of like a kick in the butt to be like, we got to close this out. And I thought we played with a lot more like we can't afford this game to be a loss. So when you saw the performance wise and said, you know what, you didn't see Chelsea winning it, I think it was in large part because our players are playing for the manager, but I think they're also playing for the farewell of a Bernardo Silva and a John Stones and a Nathan Ake. So I think we showed it today. It was great. I mean, I love when we play on Saturday and it's a win because my weekend is a long weekend out here in Canada. So
It's the cup now. Do you guys think you can do the triple then? The domestic triple? Anybody still have hope for this?
It's out of our hands.
I told you on your every stream I'm on with you. There's still a chance. It's not a big chance. It's not a great chance. It's very minimal, but there's still a chance. And you know, all this does is put more pressure on Arsenal because, you know, they see that if they don't come with it, if they don't bring it, we will win. We will take the trophy, and then they'll be empty-handed. So yeah, there's still a chance.
I actually think the league would be over by Tuesday. Don't you play Bournemouth on Tuesday or something? Or Wednesday?
Yeah, we play. So they play Monday. We play Tuesday.
The FA wouldn't give us an extra day rest.
So you think we're going to drop points to Bournemouth and it'll be over?
Yep.
I do as well.
I mean, that's possible. It's possible.
I actually think City will drop points to Bournemouth, and I think
Bournemouth do have a huge advantage. They haven't played for a week, right? So
10 days now or something like this. 10 days.
Isn't it mathematically over regardless if Arsenal win against Burnley?
No.
Not if we win against Bournemouth.
If Arsenal win against Burnley and City drop any points against Bournemouth, the league is over then.
Yeah, then it would drop points. But if we beat Bournemouth, then it
I think Bournemouth I think Bournemouth are still playing for Champions League, hoping that the final day something happens.
Didn't they just with Aston Villa winning? Didn't they get mathematically disqualified from Champions League?
Because if Liverpool lose the last game and Bournemouth win,
4 points in Liverpool, and Bournemouth have 2 games and Liverpool only have 1. So
if Bournemouth win against City, you know, if Bournemouth win against City, you know how much pressure that puts on Liverpool. If Bournemouth win, Liverpool must win the last game. They cannot afford a draw because a draw.
They have Brentford at home, which Brentford are not good away from Brentford.
No, but they're a tough game.
It's
Brentford still are playing for Europe.
You think they're going to let that come on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mo Salah's last game at Anfield. Of course they're going to win that game.
They might to get the manager out because he spoke about him today.
Yeah, he was.
They'll play for Salah's legacy more than wanting this manager out. They're not losing that final game.
We'll see how it goes. Now for me, about Alonso though to Chelsea. What does this put Chelsea guys for you like next to the title challenger next season, or what does that put them?
Mo, you need to stop this, bro.
Why is everyone
Not everything needs to be content, Mo. Come on, man. Be honest. I'm your friend. We could talk as friends. We don't need to talk for content, title race this time. Come on, Mo. I told you this last stream, Mo. Nothing changes unless the recruitment changes. Because you could bring in Pep for all I care. Well, maybe Pep is the exception, but you can bring in Jose, you can bring in Ancelotti, you can bring in Nagelsmann, Enrique. But if that recruitment is as poor as it was this summer, nothing will change. And all at the bare minimum, I asked for at least like a 7 out of 10 window, and maybe we could see a difference. But that's what makes me nervous. They're telling us Chelsea fans that they're gonna give Xabi Alonso more power, more say in the transfers. I need to see it to believe it.
They will, my friend. Listen, a manager like Xabi Alonso isn't going to come to a club and be given kids and have zero say. I'm so positive about it. Please correct me. But Xabi Alonso coming in, I heard what you said earlier. You was like, you know what? Xabi Alonso has just been signed. I don't care about that right now because you sound so deflated, and I get it. But for me, I'm going to say it. Fuck the FA Cup, bro, if we're going to secure Xabi Alonso. And I've said it. I don't care. My thing is, no. If we're not going to get top 4, right, the next thing that I want is to see a quality manager in the dugout next season. For me, this is the most important thing. Because now, if Chelsea decided to go and get Gary O'Neill, or they decided to get, a manager from the Dutch league in the 5th division, then I'll be totally deflated. Then I would think, okay, you know what? They're definitely not going to change their structure. They're clearly just going to get another manager to be another yes man. But getting Xabi Alonso, for me, is a massive statement. And I think, my Chelsea friend, you need to perk up because maybe we're not going to win the league next season. No, we're not going to win the league. No. We're not going to win it. But we will compete at least for top 4. If we got top 4, I'll be happy. You know what? Next season, even if Xabi Alonso finishes 12th, 13th, 14th, as long as they stick with him, I'll be happy with that. I do not want another unknown in the dugout. No.
I'm hearing this.
Stay.
I'm hearing this and I'm in agreement. Marshall is a little too the result of the FA Cup he's probably still feeling. The result of the season he's still feeling. But
I get it.
I don't think, and you just mentioned it, I don't think he makes a commitment to Chelsea without those reassurances. His resume, his CV, I think dictates that he's not going to make a mistake after just having what he had at Real Madrid. He's not going to go to Chelsea to put himself under fire and in a position for success. But it is a question on, look at who he kind of brings in, but then also, like we say with many fans, especially with regards to United fans, what's the level of patience that you guys are going to give him to change? Because Chelsea's been all over the place, but if you got the quality manager, give him time to reset things. And it might be one of those, let's finish in Europe next season and move from there. It's just whether the fan base are going to tolerate that.
But this is
I was going to ask that because you mentioned Europe. I was going to say, without Champions League, are you going to be able to get the types of players that you would probably be looking for?
Maybe
and
not
I don't even know where you would
with the name of Alonso, possibly.
But Tariq, like maybe not the highest of tier. Obviously, this is where the scouting needs to come in and do their job. And listen, I've never been picky about the signings that Chelsea get in the last 3-4 years of this ownership. I've been against some, like Garnacho. I did not like Garnacho. I was against the price that we paid for Gittins and so on and so forth. Like, I have my opinion, obviously, but at the end of the day, if you as a scout, you go out there, watch these players, you're looking for certain profiles and stuff, who am I to say you should build a team this way? You should listen. I play FIFA. I know FIFA doesn't translate to real life, unlike a lot of the people in the comment section and Twitter, okay? So I understand that football is a little bit more complicated and nuanced than stats on a FIFA Ultimate Team card, okay? But the reality situation is, and listen, I understand that perspective that Xavi probably doesn't come in here without certain promises, certain commitments from the board, that he's going to have a say in players, and I respect that. He should, because any manager coming in here, or any coach or whatever they want to call it, coming in here should have a say on how to build a team. That's the only way we're going to be successful or take this team anywhere and see any type of results. My issue is that the same directors are still there. They have not been held accountable for the previous 3 seasons prior to this summer where things haven't been going well, right? However, listen, and call me nihilistic, right? I need to remind you guys that Maresca walked away. He didn't get sacked. Pochettino walked away. He didn't get sacked either. He came out and said he had to leave the job. So what that tells me is that they're willing to give the manager or the owner or the head coach time, but it's the head coaches that decide, you know what, this isn't for me. You guys are ridiculous to work with, all this and that. And that's the part that scares me. And we've seen it many times where you can say all you want, but it's the actions that speak the loudest. They can give him promises that you're going to have this power and this kind of player and this and that. And then at the end of the day, it doesn't happen. Like, unless it's written on the contract, which I don't know if it is or not, I just have to see it to believe it. I'm happy at Xabi Alonso. Out of everything that's out there, he's probably the best choice, which shows me a step in the right direction. But you showed me a step in the right direction last season with the trophies we won with top 4, and then you two step backwards with that transfer window. I just don't want to take this 2 step backwards again.
What I'll add to that, though, is, in my opinion,
vacuuming.
In my opinion, all the previous managers on the Blue Coat are all head coaches, and and they were all told that you are going to be a head coach. We are going to control the transfers.
Yeah,
this appointment, Xabi Alonso, is the first time, in my opinion, that they've hired an actual manager who will not just coach or have a big say. I think, my friend, you need to perk the hell up, right? Because this is great news, right? Forget about the FA Cup, right? It's done. It's finished. Let's celebrate this, because this is a huge thing. And all Chelsea fans watching this, come on. This is what we wanted. We wanted a manager.
I listened to the conversation. Can I have my saying? I know it's not my club, and I know I don't support City or Arsenal, Chelsea, whatever. But I'm a glass half full guy, even for my club, for Inter, by the way. when we hired Christian Kivu, he didn't have any experience. And I said, this is destined not to work, but I'm just a little bit keeping my powder dry until I see it. And the season started and he looked all right. By the way, the same for example, for City. I cannot look at things positive until they go sideways, and then I kind of crash it out on Chelsea or whoever, right? I don't think that Xabi Alonso, the guy that won with Liverpool in the league, that one that went to Real Madrid, is going to have a stupid agent. What I mean by that, a stupid agent, is he ain't going to go to Chelsea without even having a backstory, study, know what is going on. He knows what happened to Maresca. And I'm sure he discussed it with whoever agents, and he knew what is going to happen. So I agree with Mark. I think Xabi Alonso wouldn't have taken the job unless there are some guarantees that he would be someone to be given power and money in the transfer window at a certain place. There is already briefing in the media, already from credible journalists, that he already will have at least 4 guaranteed top signings. Already guaranteed 4 top signings. Okay? Maresca was not promised anything. Maresca was a guy from the championship.
That's it.
So Maresca asked him for the power. The response is like, but we never promised you anything. We never brought you in and told you that you're gonna be the guy to Pep. We're not giving you Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola's power. When we hired you, you were nobody. With all due respect,
turning me on, Mo. Let's
right?
go.
Pochettino. If you think Pochettino. And this here, I know the board are scumbags, right? I know that these guys don't know how to manage a football club, right? And I know they made wrong decisions. However, this board, they had the direction and they went for it, and it's failing, and it failed, right?
Yeah.
But people forget that when the board hired Pochettino, they actually gave Pochettino good players. The Caicedos, the Enzos, right?
Lavia.
They actually made good signings. They didn't go and sign failed signings, right? They had some players that were already good players. So I think that Xabi Alonso to Chelsea means and I think I want Chelsea fans to look at it this way. Until it's proven otherwise, assume that Xabi Alonso is coming to Chelsea and the media briefing is correct and you're going to give him some power and some good signings. Otherwise, there is nothing to be even excited about. You're going to be like watching, and I'm like, oh, I'm not excited about. They never promised Maresca anything. They never promised Rosinier, and they never promised anybody anything. But they promised Pochettino something, and I think the board delivered.
They never promised him.
Caicedo was promised by Liverpool, right? Remember, guys, Caicedo was promised to Pochettino. They got Caicedo over the line. Liverpool wanted him, and Hussam cried about it on his
I remember that.
Liverpool wanted him. Lavia wanted by Liverpool, and Liverpool fans cried about Lavia. Right? They got a good youngster. They got a very good youngster.
Mo, is he crying about Xabi Alonso now?
He's kind of upset by his board, not with Xabi Alonso, because Ben Jacobs just tweeted and said that Liverpool never approached Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso approached Liverpool, and Liverpool told him no.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
So for me, I am looking at this and I'm thinking, no, Xabi Alonso, if he comes, so this is why, Marshall, when I asked you a challenge for the title, I asked you based on the media brief. It's not based on my feelings. It's based on, so Pep is last year. Is Pep gonna get, let me break down every single team in the league.
Sure.
Pep last year. Pep isn't gonna build the team on his image next season. They're gonna build it on the new manager's image. I don't know who's that manager.
Okay.
And he already speaking about it. A lot of Chelsea fans, a lot of Man City fans are saying that the players we have aren't Pep players. Semenyo isn't a Pep player. Yeah, Semenyo isn't a Pep player. Like, they aren't built on the Pep's image. But it's Pep. So he has a leverage above everyone else, basically. That's, in my opinion, anyone in the world, you have Pep Guardiola, you have an edge over everybody else. By the way, including Arsenal Football Club. Pep Guardiola, with a good squad, has an edge. But Arsenal with Mikel Arteta, we have seen how hard is it for any team to retain the title.
Yeah.
Nobody has done it other than Ferguson and Pep Guardiola, basically. That's it. Over the last 30 years, by the way, nobody has done it. So Arsenal, I know that Arsenal are going to be there and thereabout. Arteta proved it. Can Chelsea win it?
See how they do when they change the rules.
Minimal chance, right? But can Chelsea be comfortable up there? If Xabi Alonso is the same guy that took Leverkusen from being 12th to win the league invincible against Bayern Munich, if he gets the summer, and I don't think that Xabi Alonso should be judged based on the Real Madrid because they have scumbags there. And they have people that it is very hard for someone like him to work with, especially a young manager. That guy Mbappe and Vinny Jr. and the rest of them, they're punching each other. You aren't going to tell me that a young manager is going to go there and be able to manage these guys, right? They're wrestling each other.
Yeah.
Man United with Michael Carrick. You know what I mean? I don't know. Are you ahead of Arsenal? I don't think you're close to them currently at all. I don't think you're close to City. Can you get closer with signings? Yes. But can you win it? No. But I think it's not going to be challenging for top 5. It should be comfortable in top 5, which is 3rd, 4th, putting a pressure depending what happens in the league. I think this is a massive leap, in my opinion. Massive step. I think you aren't even. I think you're not digesting it enough, Marshall. To be honest,
it's hard to because I had to digest a big loss and now this announcement that they were holding on purpose for the reason of softening the blow of that big loss, right? But like Mark, I know you just met me, so just to put this out there, I'm not one of these Chelsea fans that automatically think next season we're going to be like Spurs, that we're going to get relegated, we're going into administration. I wasn't one of these Chelsea fans cheering for the team to lose because I want to hurt Blueco. I separate Blueco from Chelsea. I want Chelsea to win. I don't like Blueco. I want Chelsea to win. So like I separate these things and I understand that right now I'm a little down in the dumps and all that stuff. And Mo knows, he's seen me in higher spirits. That's why he mentioned my background. But the thing is,
he thought Chelsea will win will challenge for the title this season or get out of Arsenal this season. That's why.
And what's even worse is that I told an Arsenal fan that I would guarantee that we're going to win a trophy or we're going to win the league before they even win the league, which is
I said that shit as well, bro.
No, like I had chest for my team. Like
well.
we like the way we were going last season into that summer, like I had all the confidence in the world that we were heading in the right direction. And you could see just how quickly just one position, Levi Cole getting injured, can completely derail your season. But
that's it.
That being said, it's again, to me, because of what happened last season, last summer, I'm just cautious. I want to look at how we do our transfers because Tariq said it, right? Without Europe, it's going to be a little bit more difficult now. We do have players to sell. We can make money. Like anyone telling us, oh, Chelsea have no money, they're bankrupt, they can't buy players. Bullshit. We have money. We can sell players. We will get players. It's who we get. And if Alonso does have his say, and then let's see how it goes because I will give Alonso time. I will give him until the end of next season. I don't care how bad it goes. I don't care how good it goes. I will wait and give him time because the one thing this club needs desperately, and it shows with the players with how Maresca left, stability. Keyword there. This team needs stability. This team needs someone to build off of, someone that they can listen to, someone that they can respect to take them forward with this team. And again, I hope that I hope that next season, this, negativity and this, down in the dumps is redeemed by us actually winning stuff and actually competing on all fronts. We'll see. For me, it's very, very much dependent on that window because that same window this summer is what ruined this team this season. And we had a decent manager. I wasn't upset with Maresca. I was willing to wait and give him time when people were asking him to get sacked in December. I wanted to see how he got through the tough time. So I'll wait with Alonso. I have respect for Alonso. I'm happy, although it doesn't look like it, that we did get Alonso. I'm just cautious because that's
the face of a very happy man, people. That's the face of a very happy man.
I'm just gonna wait to see how the windows go.
Let me
the lack of
good players.
The lack of those midweek
matches. Please go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So the lack of those midweek matches will help because you'll have more time on the training pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's going to be a short summer. Summer because of the World Cup. So he won't get to the ability to train with everyone like he normally would. So he's going to need those extra training sessions, and I think that'll help your team. So if there is a silver lining, so to speak, I think that's it, that he's going to get that time. And I do expect
I wanted to discuss this actually because I think people are saying, oh my God, Chelsea don't have Champions League football. I think it's better for them with a new manager. I'm going to explain why after I do this. Liverpool fans have been saying Szoboszlai has been having a Gerrard-like season, but I only just recently understood them. Yeah, that's why the nominations are here for the You can actually nominate for Szoboszlai to be player of the season from Liverpool. Right here.
I know
He's
João
at the
Pedro.
It
nomination.
was good for them this
I know
season.
João Pedro Premier League. What's going on, man? All right, that is what it is. You can't win
Szoboszlai and
anything.
Wirtz.
How's Turkey not nominated for that? That blows my
No.
mind.
He's
Shirky
on young
nominated
player
for the
this
young.
season. Yeah.
Well, we've seen people be nominated for both at the same time before.
Fair enough. Actually, it's bro.
Remember, Holland was his first season because he was young enough, and he should have won both. But
This is the one. This is from the Premier League. This is it. That the play Raya, Haaland, Gibbs White, Gabriel, Bruno, Rice, Semenyo, Igor Thiago, Wirtz, and Szoboszlai.
I has Wirtz
So
in
who do
there.
you think wins it?
Yeah, I
Declan
don't know why
Rice.
Wirtz is in there. He's the
Wirtz
only
is
one
a
who
flop. I
wasn't.
don't know why he's in
Yeah.
there. That
That's
is-
what I'm saying. João
That's
Pedro,
red
why are you
cartel
in there?
bias.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Liverpool.
I don't know.
Emilio
I think it's
loves
actually a
Liverpool.
tough
Emilio
one because
darlings.
Bruno Fernandez has a lot of momentum. He already won like the first one.
It has to be
So-
Bruno, in my opinion. He's just been to go from 15th last year and then essentially carry your team to third place. I know he didn't do it by himself, but he was a big part of it. Like that's a big feat. And
Can I
he's,
ask you
you look
why-
at the chances created. He's doubled what the second and third, but like Enzo Fernández is third for chances created. He's doubled that output at United. I know it's one game a week, but we're judging based on Premier League. So
Sure. Yeah. I don't think Holland's going to win it, but I would like to ask you why you
Thank you,
feel
Kareem.
like it has to be Bruno and Holland's not even in that consideration.
Can we come to that after I do the supers? I'm sorry, guys.
that's
Guys,
fine.
this picture is fake. The last two on the right are added to the picture. No Liverpool player
Liverpool
has been
fan.
actually. No Liverpool
Oh,
player
man.
has been added to this list.
Mo, the previous super chat, the reason why that super chat was saying they were talking about Szoboszlai.
I know because
And
of the slip against the slip yesterday against Villa.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking bro. I'm gonna tell you something. I went to Hossami's stream and I said Liverpool. He stopped the watch along and played my clip from the final of the Champions
oh
League.
my god.
Yeah, he was losing it. He put me on timeout yesterday. He put me
Bro,
on.
he was losing his head.
He timed me
yesterday.
out yesterday. He was losing.
Because I
Hungarian
said-
Steven Gerrard, there he is.
Because I said Liverpool and then he lost his shit.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
he timed me out.
Anyway, let's be
Hey, we
serious,
all have
guys.
our moments.
Guys, these are all jokes. People get so sensitive over these things. It's a joke. Kalma will take at least 2 years to challenge. Arteta took Ornstein from 5th to challenge for the league right away.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, after he finished 8th 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah, he finished 8th. What are you talking about? What
He
am I
went from
saying? What am I
8th,
missing?
8th, 5th,
Come
and
on,
then
Mo. You're better than
Come
that.
on.
It was
You're just
eighth,
gonna
eighth,
ignore
fifth,
those first
and
2 years?
then challenged.
So people are ruling out Chelsea completely next season. Not in the picture.
I think
A
they'll.
lot-
Okay,
a
can
lot
I
needs
ask you?
to
I think
happen.
they're
I need to
ceiling
see
is
that.
5th or 6th.
Taba, I'm going to do the supers and I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Chelsea fans need to shut the fuck up and keep up the pressure on Bluco. Alonso alone will be cornered by 5 directors. And delusion is a word for red side of London. I don't like this. I don't like the negativity about this super chat. I don't like it, to be honest with you, because I think that Chelsea have very good players. We know that for a fact. And people that are so negative, like a lot of people, Chelsea's players by themselves, a lot of teams will tell you, I'll take that, I'll take this, I'll take this guy.
Yeah.
The problem is the team, the environment is shit.
Yeah.
I can't judge them until they get a real manager.
I agree.
That's
A lot of Chelsea fans like to think our team is completely crap, but it's like I tell them all the time. So they were crap when they beat Barcelona 3-0. They were crap when they beat PSG in the final of the, Club World Cup. They were crap when we were able to keep a draw against Arsenal with 10 men. Okay, our team is crap. All right, fine. You're right, Chief.
That's
too
why
much
I don't
waffle.
believe, like, when people tell me, Caicedo shit. So why, I said that, why do you give leeway to someone like McAllister playing under Ernest Lott, but you won't give it to Caicedo playing like under Rosenior? Why would you give leeway to people that playing under Amorim and Ten Hag? But when it comes, this is why people think that this is what agenda is real. When it's right in front of your face that the Chelsea player is a good player, but he's not having a good season because of the manager, and you say he's crap, you make the conclusion that he's shit. But then when I go to Man United and I say, oh, this player is bad, you tell me, no, but you can't judge him under this man. So why does it go, why is it not the same? Why isn't it the same? That's why when people say that Chelsea don't have a good manager, good players, I disagree. Put the fries in the bag. Alonso's getting sacked.
Wow.
Well, Mark, can you read the super chat and respond to it, Mark? Because I'm bro.
Put the fries in the bag. Alonso's getting sacked in 6 months. Yet Chelsea fans have zero patience when it comes to a manager losing games. But I already told you, my friend, if you heard me from the beginning of the podcast, I said I don't care if Alonso finishes 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. It doesn't matter. As long as the board give him the time, and next 2 years, 3 years. In 2 years' time, I don't even mind if you start challenging just for the top 4. That's okay. But you have to give a manager a lot of time to build his roots within the club. It's a broken club, but people are saying, oh yeah, for example, Manchester United, the beginning of the season, they're a broken club. They're a rotten club inside out. They're going to be rotten as shit for years to come. It will take a decade for them to get back on. Michael Carrick comes on and changes their fortune instantly. Instantly. So I don't know if you're a Chelsea fan or whatever fan you are. Don't chat to me about that.
Alonso in for the next 2 years minimum. Patience now. Fair enough. People need patience as well. But I go to Tariq's point about 1 game a season, and I tell you why does it help Chelsea. Because that will give them money, because they're going to shrink the squad. They don't have to have a lot of players to play Thursday or to play 2 games a week. It's going to be 1 game a week. And it will help them minimize the wages, minimize the number of players that Alonso work with, and now sign the right players. Because having to play Thursday and Saturday and Sunday will require a certain size of a squad that now they have to keep signing people that are not useful in the Premier League, but they're good for Europa League. So I think 1 game a week helps them a lot, actually, in my opinion. And listen, I know that a lot of people want to crash it on Chelsea. I think the team just needed a good manager. There are very good players at Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are underestimating how good.
There's
of course,
some
everybody has
that they. Yeah, that's fine, fair. Yeah.
Every team has holes, but
There's
it's not
no,
like
it's not by coincidence, people in the chat, that when Maresca left, we had a little bit of a upturn, which, based on the reports, because there was no time to coach, it's kind of Maresca's system that was the reason we were able to win against Brentford, the reason we were able to win against West Ham, the reason we were able to go that little bit of a winning run in January, and then all of a sudden the new coach has time to disassemble that and instill his thing. And listen, I don't want to crash it on Arthur, Liam, but at the end of the day, I think the job was too big for him. I do think he's a good coach, and I do hope he succeeds elsewhere and works his way up. But it's no coincidence that once you change that system, things started to go downhill. So it was 100% the manager that was keeping the team afloat and that I was overachieving the whole time. If Maresca could do it, I full-heartedly believe Xabi Alonso could.
100%. For me, next season, and I know a lot of people keep telling me that, oh my God, they got this, the City of Arsenal are going to dominate. We don't know that. We actually don't know this at all. I don't think that it's given. So I'm going to ask you a question. If Pep leaves and Maresca's hard at City, where does that leave the league? Because, by the way, Pep yet said he's staying 1 more year. I still wouldn't put him past him that he leaves, right? But I think
Even
he's
though
like
he said
80%.
today he's not leaving.
And
What
then
more
at
do
the
you
end,
need?
and I'm gonna tell you, at the end of the video, he was asked, and he's, I'm here now. Let's play the FA Cup final and see. And I'm like, what? I know he said I have 1 more year.
He literally said it after the game.
He said after I didn't see that after the game.
Oh, okay. After the game, and he said, "I'm not leaving."
Oh, okay. I didn't see that after the game. I saw the BBC from yesterday. Oh, all right.
I think he'll finish his contract next, and he'll leave next summer. That's my prediction.
My prediction is
he's not going to go out on a low. He's not going to go out on a low.
I think he's going to want to win the league. So
yes,
but which is why, I mean, even this season, I mean, again, it feels low if you don't win the league, but 2 trophies last season we had none. So I mean, it's not a lost season at all in any stretch. Now, of course, we want to win the league. That's where we've become accustomed. But do I think he'll leave? Let me say it this way. I hope he.
I didn't know what happened after the game, but if he stays,
so.
He's done. He's staying. Does that put City up there above everyone next season?
I think so. I like Mo. You,
I don't
you
think
know
we need
what,
that much.
you know,
It depends on.
I got a yes. I don't think so, and I don't know who said what.
Yes, we're going to be right there. I think we're right
Have
there.
you guys noticed? Someone said I don't think so. Is that Vater?
I just shook my head. You asked if we're going to be the only ones up there, and I was like,
I said
no.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it'll be a race to the end, I think. But
I like Mo. You know my opinions on the league this season. And I know Vader. I know you agree with me. Like I just don't see City staying where they are. I can only see them improving because they are rebuilding. I don't see the league going like it did this season, next season. And I think I give City a lot better of a chance because I do think Arteta probably takes the same approach next season. I don't think it'll work 2 seasons in a row.
Also, we'll see how that approach works when they change the rules because they're going to change the rules on the corners.
Please.
They're going to change them.
No more corner nonsense. I'm
Nobody
so tired
wants to see
of
the
season.
WWE orgies anymore. We're over that. We're better than
Wow.
that.
Yes.
There's some inappropriate
true,
stuff
maybe.
going on those corners.
Yeah. Too much hugging.
It'll be revolutionary, like the pass back rule.
Oh god.
And people assume that Arsenal are the only team that does this. While the PGMO just said that Everton should have been awarded a penalty for Bernardo Silva. You know what? Because I got City fans, I got Chelsea fans, and people are assuming that Arsenal are the ones that are going to be hurt by this. A lot of other teams.
Yeah, Brentford will probably, if they're going to change the throw-in rule, Brentford are big on the throw-ins, so the long throw-ins. Like, I don't know if that's one they're going to change.
I think
Brentford
City
do a
doesn't
lot of
care
the long
because we'll just play
throw-ins.
it short. We'll just play it short. That's what we always
Amongst
do
the teams
anyway.
that have challenged for
Our
the
corners
title,
are atrocious.
it'll be a great effect on Arsenal. Yes, it'll affect the league, but for the teams that have challenged, it'll greatly affect Arsenal.
What's the throw-in rule? I haven't heard this.
Well, I don't know if they're going to change any kind of the long throw-ins. He was saying that other teams benefit from the corner, the stretching of the corner rules, and my head just went to like I don't know why my head went to like throw-ins as well because
long throws.
but Brentford are a team that rely on the long throw-in, so I just kind of brought them up as another example of a team
okay,
that
fair
potentially
enough.
might have to change their style of play.
See this? So it's not next season City won't be underdog again, Vater?
So next season, City won't be underdogs again. How can I answer that now? I can't answer that now. We're predicting whether Pep stays or Pep leaves. We're doing all that kind of stuff. So
Wait, so we have to
Well,
answer
you also
this
need to
question
predict
first
if
before you answer that
Rodri
one, Vader?
stays,
Is that
if
what you're
Rodri
saying?
leaves.
I think Rodri's going to stay.
Yeah,
I'm losing
we hope.
a great captain in Bernardo Silva. I'm losing John Stones. I'm losing Nathan Ake. Like there's a few things that are going to be happening.
Vader, you have Pep. You
Stones and
always give me
Ake aren't really
Chelsea.
a
You
part
have
of this
Pep.
team.
You have the best manager in the world. You're the best team in the world. Come on, Vader. Where's
I
the
don't have
Chelsea?
the best team. I don't have the best team in the world. You just
I think
mentioned
if we
how-
not the
upgrade
best
that
team.
midfield,
You won a domestic double. Come on. You're not the worst team in the world.
I won the domestic double. And
Look
and again, this
happier. I think that's what makes me more upset is that I have Tariq, Kelks, and Vader not as happy as they should be. Where
No, we
as
don't
me
wanna
and Mark
flaunt
would be
it in front of you.
ecstatic
Get
if we
to
won
that.
the
We've been
trophy.
crying about
Guys,
Chelsea.
we don't
for
wanna
after
flaunt
the
it in
season.
front of
games
you.
to play. We still got
I
two
hope
more
you
games
get.
to
I hope
play.
you get relegated. 115 charges. You guys are
Tariq,
jaded.
Kels, as City fans, we don't want to flaunt in front of our Chelsea Blue brothers. We're being respectful.
No, I don't care about flaunting because if we win these next 2 games and God forbid, or not God forbid, God help us if Arsenal were to drop points, I'm going to flaunt. So I'm not having no problem with that.
You're saving it.
I-
Yeah.
My
Haters
only
will be
issue,
gone on YouTube.
my
We'll
only
say that.
issue is the main attraction is still 2 games away
Yeah.
and
Okay.
magic miracle of Arsenal dropping points between now and then.
Job's not done, Kobe
Yeah,
Bryant.
exactly.
That's what it is.
You know, stay humble. Stay humble.
Honestly, but this has been a very good season, all things considered. Because City have been very inconsistent the entire season,
Sure.
and to come out of it with 2 trophies, I think is great. And it's
Nah,
something to
you
build
can't
on.
say that, Kel.
What have
Come
I
on,
been
man.
saying for
I
years?
know.
No,
See it in
Kel.
your faces,
You've got
guys.
Pep Guardiola. You've got one of the best squads in the world. You've spent so much money. You are expected to win. Yeah, the domestic bubble. I mean, for City standard, that's not good enough.
The City
That
of
is just
old,
not
I would
good
agree
enough.
with you. The City of old,
I don't
would
think this
100%
team is
agree.
as great as that other team was. And unfortunately, we're still carrying some of those players who have their form has declined a lot. And
I think-
they're not as good as they used to be. And they still play all the time. So that has been a big reason why I think our season hasn't gone as smoothly as we want it to. And we have young players who are new and inconsistent. Like a lot of like young players, they don't just come and hit the ground running at City.
This
like
is the
everybody
weakest
struggled.
City of the
Bernardo Silva
six.
struggled his first season. Riyad Mahrez struggled his first season. Gundogan
Last
struggled
season
his first
was
season.
the
Rodri was
weakest
terrible his first season. They were calling him Plodri and wanted to run him out of town. Like sometimes you just have to like this is a transition. Like we have players who were too old who were playing last season and they got roasted. So we brought in younger, fresher legs, and they haven't gotten maybe the chance that they should have. And when they have, they've been a little inconsistent. And so that's just part of a process. And I think to come out of that process with 2 trophies for a young team is, I like it. I'm fine with it.
I completely disagree with this, by the way. We went through the team that won the league. I'm going to tell you. The team that won the league ahead of Arsenal in 23-24. Okay, the team that won the league. I actually went through that team and the team that is this season. Yeah. And I think they're very comparable, apart from remove Kevin De Bruyne, which is a big factor. Kevin De Bruyne played hold on. Kevin De Bruyne played the last 17 games of the league, and this is where City actually were fantastic. Correct? Here is when people don't understand, right? When people say transition, the reason why you spend $500 million in 1 year is to bypass the transition. Transition isn't $500 million. When we say, okay, I have the same. See, people think it's against City. I was with Hussam arguing all summer. When you spend $100 million, that's to bypass the transition. That's to bypass he has to be embedded. That's why you pay the top dollar. You pay the top dollar. You pay the top money to bypass. When you spend money on Marmoush, that is to bypass. Marmoush, how much did you pay for Marmoush? 70 million pounds? When you get
pounds? I think it was 70 million euros.
Okay. You're talking about from last season, but go ahead.
Overall, apart from Kevin De Bruyne, okay, remove Kevin De Bruyne. Julian Alvarez, who, by the way, you replaced him with Marmoush, who had a lot of goals and more experience from the Bundesliga, right? And Kevin De Bruyne, you replace him with Ryan Cherky, supposedly one of the best 10s currently in the world, right? You have Doku. You went and bought the player that is actually nominated for player of the season in Semenyo. You signed one of the best center-backs in the league in Marguehi. The word transition, in my opinion, is an excuse for City. City this season went in January, and Arsenal allowed you to be in the title race. Arsenal should have actually been out of sight. Arsenal allowed you. By the way, 23-24, you didn't have Gundogan. So people that say Gundogan, it wasn't Gundogan.
You said something very important there, though. You said something very important. You said January.
This
Maybe our
is
season
it,
looks
Mo.
different if we had Gagey and
people that talk about
it's comparable now.
Can I say?
Yeah.
We can say that if City lose the league, and I'm not saying that Arsenal will win the league. If City lose the league, it's that same conversation when Jurgen Klopp used to lose the league. Jurgen Klopp, you lost the league, you failed. If City win the league, you have Pep, you have players, you have a good enough team to win this league. And also Arsenal, they weren't scintillating, especially in the second half. Arsenal were very good in the first half of the season when they were 7 points out of City. By the way, Arsenal were 5 points behind Liverpool, recovered, went ahead of City and won 7 points. Now the second half of the season, they weren't good. Arsenal, we know that. Arsenal weren't great. Arsenal drew the last team of in the league, right? So for City to say, yeah, it's a transition. Number one, I'm gonna hold people accountable. I have been told, maybe not by on the panels here, but a lot of people, that Pep never loses back-to-back seasons. He never did it before.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He hasn't until this moment, which is Tarek is correct. But the talk was when the talk is when Kilk said, if we don't win the league, it's a great season. Great season.
Yeah.
Is that Kilk said that? So Tarek, so I understand what you're saying. He hasn't done it. Great to call a great season when you get knocked out by Real Madrid like this from the round of 16 or the round 16 Champions League. For Arsenal to allow you back in the league, and so Arsenal to allow you back in the league, and you go and sign the best wingers in the league and the best centre back in the league, and then to not win the league at the end, I don't think that is a great season. Great is a stretch, in my opinion. It's a massive stretch.
The point
I'll take it though. I'm taking it.
I know you will take it, Kelk. I know you will take it, and it's not a failure. Sorry, Vitor. And it's not like, for me, it's like in the cups here, trophies matter. But you didn't. You failed in the Champions League, and you failed in the league. It's fair to say that.
The manager screwed that one up.
We potentially will fail in the league. We potentially could fail in the league, but we haven't yet. And
yes, 100%.
And you missing the point that Kels is making, because she brought in the context of what we've been doing to rebuild, what we've been doing to get to this point. And so if we were able to do all that and win this domestic, possibly lose this league or win it, but if we were to lose this league 2 points off winning it, maybe great isn't the right adjective for what she's describing here, but it's not a failure of a season. If you want to hold us to the standard of us winning 6 of 8 or 6 of 9, okay,
100%.
then it would be failure. But when you see that clubs at some point need to transition, clubs at some point need to let the old out and bring in the new, and you're not going to be able to sustain that high level throughout. Now, I agree with you, Mo, and I don't know if you've been seeing, but for some reason everybody wants to try to clip me up saying Vader is moving fraudulent. He's got this gimmick with regards to where City are at with regards to the season. You happen to say it yourself, and maybe more people will respect your point of view than mine. You're like, Arsenal kept us in this. Arsenal kept letting us in this title race. When I have been saying I'm surprised that we are 2 points off this Arsenal to be in this title challenge, people want to clip me up like I don't know ball. But you're making the exact point that I'm trying to say. Like, Arsenal have not been that consistent winner and have City here. So when I say I'm surprised, they want to clip me up and say I'm running a gimmick. But I would agree with you if this season ends up with us not winning. We had more than enough opportunities to kind of take advantage of it. And us getting Guehi in January was because we lost Guardiola and Diaz. It wasn't like we just went into the market and strengthened. We were like, yo, we're about to fall off and possibly not be able to compete for Europe. We can't allow that when we just had it the season before. Let's go out and get Guehi. Let's also go out and get Semenyo and shore this up and look at where we're at.
Actually,
All right?
I think Guehi is John Stones' replacement, because I think it was known that Stones was going to leave. And so I think they just accelerated the timeline because of the injury crisis.
And
you
what we know,
acted when
and
you
We
needed
need
to.
another center back
absolutely,
too, 'cause
and
I
as
feel like
City
Ruben
fans,
Diaz
we
is on
know
the
that
wrong
the
side
club
of
were
I think we
actually
would have tried
trying
to
to
sign him in the summer if we didn't sign him in January. I think we
Yes.
would have
And-
been in for him. I don't
and
know
the
if he would have
club were
picked us, but
the
he
club were
picked us in
trying
January.
to gently push John Stones and say, you know what, maybe are you going to consider maybe going out on loan or leaving, and he chose not to. So we had to pivot and do something differently. But that's for City fans to know, not necessarily everybody else.
No, for me, I think City, especially because you didn't go far in the Champions League against a Real Madrid team that, with all due respect,
If we were on the other side of the bracket, I think we would have went far.
yeah, but you weren't on the other side of the bracket because you qualified in the last game week
Yeah,
of the Champions
and
League.
we went out to Real Madrid. And we went out to, but I'm just saying, you know,
It's
one
a
of those.
cup. You just don't know what the draw is going to be. Like,
Yeah,
do we
I
really think
just
every like really good team is going to be on one side of the bracket and then it'd be like a Europa League on the other side? I don't think
I mean,
so.
if you do finish
It's just-
higher
it's
up
a
in
draw.
the table,
You
get
don't
a
know
better
what's gonna
draw,
happen.
though.
all of this
we
will
call it the
change
luck of
if
the
Man City
draw.
win the league. All of this will change if Arsenal
Why?
falter and lose that.
Why?
And
Why will it change?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's different for Arsenal than City. I said that opinions on Arsenal shouldn't change because Gay, and I said that because Gay passed the ball back. Arsenal still allowed City back in it, but City weren't in it. So if City take over somehow by Arsenal losing games, and City take their chances and win the league, it's an achievement because they kept within touching distance. Every time Arsenal dropped points, they kept getting closer. So I will give the credit to City for winning the league, even though if Arsenal falter. The other way around is not. And people think that I'm saying this because, oh my God, Arsenal. No. Arsenal, questions should be asked even if they win the league by 2 points ahead of City. The reason why, because if you, and I said that, if you didn't like this Arsenal team and you didn't like Mikel Arteta and you didn't like how he's doing the work, right? Gay passing the ball back shouldn't make you like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I think success-wise, yes, he's successful, right? But if you were questioning his tactics, you was questioning everything about him, you were questioning everything that he does in the club, okay, he passing the ball back shouldn't change your opinion about questioning. I'm not saying fire the guy. What I'm saying is that questions should be asked, and I said that multiple times, and I know that Arsenal fans think it's an agenda, and it's content. No, it's not. You should be cruising in the league. You allowed City. And because this happened before, right? But City this season weren't as good as 23-24 or as good as the other seasons and didn't catch up. You won the league. Questions should be asked about what happens in April and March. Why do we drop points? Why when we were leading? Is it injured? And I'm not saying it might, by the way, And it might not be tactics. It might be recruitment. It might be injuries. It might be workload. It might be training methods. It might be exhaustion. It might be something, right? But I think the club, Arsenal, I don't want to turn this into Arsenal. Arsenal didn't play today. They don't play until Monday. Arsenal should ask questions and sit with Arteta and the people that are responsible to say, why did we falter in March and April? Why did we allow City back in it? We were cruising. Why did we have to stress about it, right? But for City, Vator, if you win the league, we'll give you all the credit.
Yeah.
Well, because Arsenal would lead in the league. Because Arsenal would lead in the league. It's not stupid. You haven't provided the argument. It's not stupid. I explained it to you. You're being sensitive, Tevin. It's not stupid. It's literally the reality.
That's what it is. Like Arsenal are. I'm gonna say it. Arsenal are so overrated, and let me tell you why.
I don't think so. See, this is what I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
Let me explain, but then you can do
explain it. But I disagree with you.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say. Wait. All right.
Proper chills right there. Proper chills.
Yeah. No. Arsenal have accumulated what is called their best team, their best squad in 20 years. Some Arsenal fans are even saying this is the best squad ever in their history. For me, my Man City bros can correct me, and my girl over there can correct me. Yeah, in the first half of the season, for me, I consider that the worst Manchester City squad team under Pep Guardiola. Now you have apparently the best Arsenal squad in 20 years against the worst Man City, the worst Pep Guardiola team, and he's still only 2 points behind them.
That's what gives me confidence for next season.
Say something, Judge.
A little bit.
Say something.
But you are saying Arsenal's opinion. See the difference between me and you, Mark. I'm gonna tell you. The difference between me and you, Mark. I'm gonna tell you. See, I let you talk, so let me talk.
Proceed.
The difference between me and you, Mark, is that you are saying, with all due respect, you are saying Arsenal fans told me this. I don't care what Arsenal fans told me. This is for the banter show. This is for the receipts. This is for, you said this, so here is the receipt for you. Hold on. Let me finish this bit. But my opinion, and I've said it many times, I actually think that Arteta is doing magic with this team. And I mean magic with this team. Because I think the attack, if I ask the 5 people, let me just finish it. If I ask the 5 people here on this panel, who would you take from Arsenal attack? All of you will say they're all rubbish. Apart from Saka.
I'll take Saka. Okay, he had 2 crap seasons.
See, hold on. Apart from Saka, who has been
in
and out of the team.
Apart from Saka. Okay, carry on.
But let me finish why apart from Saka. Because Saka was in and out of the team most of the season. I think him actually keeping the team up there with the likes of Madueke and Eucharist, Martinelli and Trossard, with Izzy being in and out, with Odegaard being in and out, is good, right? And the reason why, because Arteta isn't Pep Guardiola. Arteta has 6-year managerial stuff. Pep Guardiola has years and years and years. He doesn't have experience. He's still learning. And he said, I'm learning. He said when the match was Kelly, he said, I'm learning. I'm learning from my mistakes. He is learning. And the difference is the curve of learning, it gets like a little bit flat when you reach 15, 20 years of coaching experience. He hasn't. Okay. He actually admitted that he made a mistake about not playing Moses Kelly earlier.
But that's a different point, Mo.
Exactly. You're not even combating.
I'll say this.
I am. I don't care.
No, forget that. Forget Judge Mo.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna respond with one sentence. I don't care when you say Arsenal fans told me this. I want to hear Mark's opinion. You don't rate this Arsenal team, Mark.
Okay, it doesn't matter about who's rating who. It doesn't matter about who's rating who. Objectively, are you trying to say that Arteta has had a better squad than this season? Because I think unanimously many people look at their depth, first team, second team, or finishers that Arteta likes to call them. This is their best complete squad. So numbers
wise. What
do you mean numbers wise? It's a team that you're trying to take from season over season. And many believe that this is their best team under Arteta. Many would say that this is City's weakest team under Pep. With the exception of maybe the first year when he just got there and he didn't get his recruitment.
The latter's more true.
But since title chasing, this has been Pep's weakest team. So I think it's a balance. I think it's objective. I think it's actually fair. It's
and
not
that's
agenda.
why Arteta is overrated.
I disagree. I'm going to tell you why I disagree a little bit.
So which one do you think was the stronger?
I'm going to tell you, the thing about, you have to take seasons into context, right? So 23-24, he had Saka fit, he had Odegaard fit, he had Havertz fit, right? He had players fit. One of the things that you have to actually take into account into a squad, when you're, for example, if you
don't give that same grace to City with our injuries last season. You don't give that same grace with regards to 1 in 13.
I literally did.
But Mo,
show me. Okay, hold on. Vator, because can I get one? Sorry, Vator, show me one stream that I said that City last season. Oh my God, they should have done something. Go to my channel and go to my streams.
No, but earlier this stream.
Hold on. The talk about City last season was 1 in 13, which is going to be a failure even if you don't have the best squad. Okay, even if, by the way, Brighton 1 in 13 is spoken about, let alone City. But last season, the crashing was on Arsenal not winning the league and not keeping in touch with Liverpool. The crashing was on Arsenal for not strengthening in general. Nobody crashed on City for not winning. Tell me one
I'm not talking
person
about
that crashed on City
I'm
for not
talking
winning
about the energy you're
Constantly
giving.
yap about how great they are.
I'm talking about the
I
energy.
haven't won
care
anything.
about what Arsenal. I want people to stop saying, I don't care what Arsenal fans say. If someone in
That's
your
why they
opinion
give
is
the shit.
That's what every fan says. They say it's the best team in years.
Guys, if someone tells you, you tell me, you know what, Kelk, what you just said? You said, this guy is crazy, but I'm going to hold him accountable and I'm going to form my opinion based on this crazy person that I'm calling crazy. People's opinion should be, do you rate Arsenal team? Do people here rate Madueke? Do people here rate Eucharist? Do people here rate Martinelli? Who do you rate? Nobody.
I
You
rate
rate the
their
defense.
entire back line and their keeper.
That's it. So for Arteta, for Arteta to
rate
keep
him as
this
a defender,
team,
but not as going.
to keep
going
this
forward
team
right now.
up there, right? With the attack that I think, bro, I'm gonna tell you, Chelsea in 9th, 2 of Chelsea's attackers will get into Arsenal starting 11 without Saka, bro, because he was injured. What are we doing here?
Yeah, but all their goals, Mo, they're all just diving into the penalty box, getting penalties, scoring from corners. Now you're gonna bring up some.
That's why I think the rules are gonna change.
You're gonna bring up some stats about. Let's look at the goals from the open play. Yeah, go on, Mo. Provide me.
That's not true. You scored.
Okay,
you
how
scored
about
30.
this? At the start of the season, who was saying we have the best squad?
Not me.
There was Liverpool, honestly.
There was a lot of Liverpool fans.
That's why
doing
Yeah, there's a lot of
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Now, when you look at the beginning of the season, whose squad was better, Man City's or Arsenal's? On game week 1.
Arsenal.
Don't even lie, Mo.
Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody was picking City squad. I mean, they are after the January window, but game week 3 we brought in Donnarumma. That was a massive upgrade for what we had. And then we made some more upgrades on position. You kept saying we needed a goal scoring winger. We get one.
Who had a better summer transfer? Arsenal or City?
Arsenal.
I think City did. I think we addressed needs we had more.
You got Donnarumma. You got Trafford.
You got Ryan
Turkey, yeah.
We had no left back, so we signed Ryan Aït-Nouri. I still think Johnny Rangers had a good season.
Let me tell you who City signed and who Arsenal signed. City signed arguably one of the best goalkeepers in the world at that time. People said that he's only second to Courtois, and I believe that last season Donnarumma had a great season in the Champions League in the Champions League, he had a very good season, right? Reinders, midfielder of the season with AC Milan, he was fantastic with AC Milan, right? They signed Ryan Aït-Nouri, who I believe was one of the best left backs in the league, if not the best left back in the league last season, right? They signed Ryan Cherky, the upcoming talent that was proven that he's better than Wirtz, for example, right? Who else did he sign, guys?
James Trafford, who just did an undefeated double run, which is pretty impressive.
Okay, so yeah. And also,
they're saying he could be England's #1 keeper for the next 10 years.
On top of that, we needed to add the January transfers that City did the season before. That now they counted toward the season before, and then they counted into starting the season after. Nico Gonzalez, Omar Marmoush, which is one of the best players in the Bundesliga. Kuzanov, I don't count Kuzanov, to be honest. He was unknown. He's like Mosquera for Arsenal. Both are similar, like good scouting.
Very well.
Yeah, but good scouting, and they performed well and helped the team. I think Kuzanov and Mosquera, I'll put them in the same category. None of us knew who Mosquera is, and none of us knew who Kuzanov is that much.
And Victor
Right?
Hayes.
I don't know. The guy that we
Victor
never
Hayes,
saw. So,
he's on loan.
Oh,
I
yeah,
at
think
Girona.
for
Reinders.
me-
Totally forgot you guys got Reinders. That was a big signing.
Also,
so for me,
Reinders.
City
You
had a
wanna
very
Claudio
big.
Echeverri,
City
but
had
nobody
a
wants
very big. Okay, City had a big transfer window summer, in addition to their last January, and then they went and added 2 people in January again. So you have.
but why
to
are
be
you
better.
talking about
to
last
answer
the thing
your
that
question, who
every-
had the better
last
summer
year?
window? I think City
January.
had the better summer window. But we also had a lot more holes to fill.
This is a great.
So I think we
moving
went
of
a
the
little bit
Yes.
bigger because we lost Kevin De Bruyne. That's your number 10, so you had to go replace him. We
Wait,
haven't had
what was
we
your
haven't
original
really had a
question?
left back for like 7 or 8 seasons.
The
So
original
we had to
question
go
is
find a
when
left back.
Kilk said that if City don't win the league, they win the cup double, it's a great season. I'm like, I disagree with this.
Great is too
disagree
strong a
also.
word, but it's not. It's not.
I meant to say good.
Yeah,
It's a good
yeah.
season.
But it's
For
not
me, it's
anything
an 8
to-
out of 10.
Yeah.
But I think, Mo, you said something along the lines that
Eight.
like Arteta's doing a good job of coaching.
I think he's doing a
and-
fantastic job, actually.
I think in terms of peak Arteta coaching, this might be my bias. I think that season you mentioned, that 23-24 season, I think that's the season where he did his best coaching, where he had a good balance of attack and defense, and he just got burned by not being ready for that. That Man City fixture, that Villa fixture caught him off guard, and then the whole title race derailed from him. I think this season, all he did was, well, not all he did, but a lot of what he did was just reinforce that defense, dig his heels in that I'm going to play defensive football, and a lot of the attackers have suffered. I mean, good on Gyökeres. I know I was very harsh on him in the beginning of the season, as other fans were, and he looks like he's turned it around. He's gotten important goals, but outside of Gyökeres, look at Saka in 23-24 versus where he is now. Look at Martinelli in 23-24 versus where he is now. Look at Trossard 22-24 versus where he is now. Odegaard, the way he came into that team, scintillating hot versus where he is now. You see so many of their attackers have regressed. And even the midfield, people were saying Zubamendi, signing of the season, all this and that. And now I'm hearing Arsenal fans damning Zubamendi every game that they see him. Rice is just consistent. So overall, Rice, I can't really judge him too much.
Fantastic.
Look at what he's done at
question.
Crystal Palace. Look at what he's doing now at Arsenal. It's a dropped off. And
Right.
so I think if you're a defensive player and you go to Arsenal, yeah, you'll probably see a better performance. You'll be uplifted, but that only counts for a third of your
Fantastic.
positions. In
I
the
got
team.
a question for you and Mark then. But everyone in the panel can answer this. So they are trash. They're lucky to be here. Arteta has regressed. The players are okay. All done, Vader. The players are okay. You hire Xabi Alonso, who I believe, Mark, who's better, Xabi Alonso or Mikel Arteta?
You know who I'm gonna say? Why are you asking silly ass questions? Just it is what it is. All right, I'm not
Okay.
gonna answer it.
That's your
Alonso went
opinion.
undefeated.
Yeah, invincible.
Yes.
So Xabi Alonso is better than Mikel Arteta, who already won the Bundesliga undefeated as invincible.
Yes.
Arsenal players have regressed. So if Chelsea do what they brief the media and you go and get him the signings, I think you should be ahead of Arsenal next season then.
I thought you were gonna go undefeated. I was gonna don't be this shameless.
Let's see what happens in the
Let's see.
summer.
Yeah,
Who
let's
they
see what happens in the
purchase,
summer, yeah.
who they let go. Ask me again at the end of the summer. Not when the season starts, the end
I
of
agree
the
with
summer
Mark.
transfer.
agree
Then
with Mark.
answer me that. Then ask me that.
Mo, I boycott this show until the summer transfer
an
window is over. Then you can ask me. You can ask me whatever you want to ask
What
me
is
about
this?
Chelsea. I'm kidding.
You
No,
said it
because
yourself,
they
Mo.
cannot-
Look,
they- guys,
you said it yourself. Chelsea have a really
Arsenal
good
cannot
squad.
be shit and the manager shit. One has to be good. We cannot have both shit.
No,
One
Yeah,
has to be good.
yeah,
Like, I
I'm not
stand-
saying
I
you never
stand
asked me.
strong
This is a
that
different
this league
question.
is not
I'll
been
say that
strong,
their team is good, their squad is
Yeah.
good. That's
good
what I'll
squad.
say. I'm not saying that
I
their manager's
think-
good.
I don't
like
like
one. I picked
Arteta.
one.
On Mark's point, I think you could bring in just entertaining. It's not going to happen, but entertaining.
Give him
hypothetical.
Luis Enrique. See what
Yeah,
they do.
you give Luis Enrique that Arsenal team, they'll look better and they'll still win as many trophies, if
Let's see
not
some
more,
crap
in
now,
less
Mo.
time.
Come on.
It won't work with
They would play more
Madueke and
attacking
Martinelli.
Oh
and
no,
Wesley.
here we go.
Well, maybe not.
You guys
Talking about the best manager in the world. It's not going to
No
work.
matter what
Luis
game
Enrique
is
can
a
get
big
something
know.
out
Okay,
of
let me know.
Martinelli.
If
I promise.
Luis Enrique fails with Goncalo Ramos to actually utilize him, you think he can utilize Victor Gyökeres?
Yeah, I don't.
How many goals did Victor Gyökeres have last season?
Like
21 in all
65 or something.
competitions or something.
Some,
You're talking
So
about
I
last season, not this season.
Last season,
yeah.
Yeah. So what are we talking about? You're acting as if Gyökeres came in and we knew he was going to be crap. Maybe he was crap, or if you think he's crap, maybe the problem is Mikel Arteta. Now, I was going to come on here and say that I don't even like Mikel Arteta, right? I do not like the guy. That being said,
as a person who's a coach, I'm sorry.
I don't like him, period. That being said, I will give him credit because he found a way to get his team across the line more times than anybody else. If they end up winning this league, which I still do not concede yet, but if they get across the line as champions, then you have to give the man his credit.
Yeah, of course.
Even if I don't like him, right? I got to give credit where credit is due, and he's found a way. Do I like the way that they play? No. But if I'm a Arsenal fan, I don't care what anybody else thinks.
Arsenal
I just want my
fans don't
team
like
to,
it either.
Yeah, I
They
want to win, right? Especially if you've been 20 years plus without you. It doesn't matter how you do it. You just do it. And so I got to give credit that he gets them across the line. Period. Now,
can I ask a question? Why do generally? I'm curious. Why don't you like him?
I don't like. First of all,
I want to know. I want to know.
I could say I don't like how he handled the situation with number 5. Right. Okay. That's a big part of it. Right. That's a big part of it. I don't like his. I don't like his demeanor on the sidelines. I don't like. Again, he was with us. There's just different things that have happened that I just don't like. But the issue with number 5 is the biggest thing to me because again, you have no control over if the man is guilty, not guilty. You have no control over any of that. But what you do have control over is how you platform and position this player when you know these things are going on, and to treat it as if, oh, it's no big deal. I got 3 kids, right? All girls. I don't respect it. I just don't. Don't respect it.
As a woman, that offended me. And it's very difficult to offend me. But as a woman, that is something that I cannot forgive. And Declan Rice was also back in that player as well. So the two of them are dead to me.
100% understood.
Also, if you want to know how to handle that situation, watch what Bournemouth did with that unnamed player. Just a couple
100% understood on that situation. But if we're bringing it to the football, like Mo, let's not pretend that there are Arsenal fans. I'm not talking about the extreme like Lee Gunner and stuff.
Hold on, real quick.
There are Arsenal fans that still want Arteta out even if they win the league.
Hold on, real quick.
There's a reason for that.
To this person in the chat, Ajabola Vincent 5496. I didn't wear it as a badge. I was asked the question to explain why I don't like him. I just said I don't like him. That was my statement. I left it at that. I got asked for specifics, and I just still have. Again, I don't care. He's not my manager. I don't care. I wouldn't want him at City. I don't care, right? But again, I'm not sitting here trying to bash the guy. I came to say I want to give him credit for getting his team across the line. That's what I was saying. So it's not about wearing it as a badge. No.
At the end of the day, Mo, no one here agrees with you. This is the fact, Mo. So now what I want you to do is show us how mature you are and say that you're wrong. Let's hear it.
About what? And then I will say it.
About you glazing Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, that they're the best thing since sliced bread. Admit it. Admit that you can admit you're wrong.
I can actually go through again the team, and I told you that the players and
why can't you just do it?
I'm going to tell you the problem because
we are people here. We've come to support you.
What you say, because what you say, Mark, what you say is impossible. Arsenal cannot be a shit team and have a shit manager and be in the final of the Champions League.
Team, no. I've never said they have a shit team. I've always said.
Let me finish.
Arteta is overrated. Okay.
Let me finish.
Sure.
Your opinion is fine, right? My opinion, I don't rate this Arsenal team as highly as you say. That's why numerous times I said on shows, I think how Mikel Arteta is having this team coached one way or the other to be top of the league and in the final of the Champions League is so impressive to me, because some of the players he has and the injuries that he had this season and the absentees, it's actually impressive job for me, because a lot of other teams would crumble without having their main catalyst like Saka, without having Odegaard right out there. I believe that he didn't have Jesus for the other team. I don't rate Jesus. He didn't have Havertz. For me, I think he has done a very good job to work with the Martinellis and the Trossards and the Madueke to make it work. Even Timber was out and he still made it work. And Ben White was playing with injuries. That is my opinion, Mark. I don't have to be right or wrong. I don't rate this
really
team.
Make it work when Timber. When
didn't...
Timber left, they started leaking in goals. And this quote
and
of
Ben,
they're having the best defense.
Are they gonna still? Okay, are they still in the Champions League final? You gotta look at it, Mark. You have to look at it. You have to look at it.
Topic. I can back it. Yeah, you talk about.
You have to look at. You have to look at the whole season in particular. Like I think what he did is very good. Like Mikel Arteta with this team.
If you put Luis Enrique in there, do you think that they would have the same amount of points now, or if Luis Enrique?
I don't know if Luis Enrique would actually work with this team.
Okay, so you're talking about the currently the best manager in the world. That's what you're saying. But you're telling me you can't adapt.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay, go on, tell me.
It's not only about the best manager. Do you think? Okay, if you're talking about this, why didn't Pep Guardiola win with every team? Then he has. Why didn't Pep Guardiola win the Champions League every year? If Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world now, so football doesn't work what you say. Luis Enrique might go to Arsenal, right? And he's like, I can't work with Madueke, I can't work with Trossard, I can't work with Martinelli, I can work with Rice. These guys are not going to.
All the players that you mentioned are dead. He'll sell them and bring someone else in. Quality players that can work in his system.
Great. So hold on. Stop then. Stop. Okay, great. You actually just said it. So we're talking about Arteta working with this team, not with the team that Luis Enrique is. You are assuming he's going to get, right? So I told you that Luis Enrique, I'm telling you, Luis Enrique won't work with some of these players. He won't work with Eucharist. He won't work with that attacking line won't work for him. He won't. He won't. He won't. I'm going to tell you something. If Luis Enrique was going against this team of Pep Guardiola with this Arsenal team, he wouldn't win the league. And I don't think he would be second in the league. And I'm going to tell you why.
Midfield wouldn't work for him either.
I'm going to tell you.
He needs high technicality.
I'm going to make a statement here for the people that think that I'm going to make a statement, and you can actually debate.
What you're saying is you think Arteta's a better manager than Luis Enrique.
No.
That's what you're saying. Yes, it is. You can't have.
Let me make the statement. Oh my God. Let me make the statement then. If Luis Enrique comes to this Arsenal team with these players, I genuinely believe this team is not top of the league. The reason why, because for you to work with this Arsenal team with the lack of talent in the front, you will have to tighten the defense first before you go and score goals. Because I believe that this team, if they go full-on attack from the beginning, this is not good enough to win 4-3 or 5-4. They are not. Luis Enrique, if he comes to this and play full-on, the defense, number one, is not going to be as strong because he won't play Timber. He wouldn't play two DMs. He would play attacking players. And the attackers are not good enough. The reason why it works for Luis Enrique, right, is that because he has attackers that when he fucking conceded 4 goals from Bayern Munich, he still won 5. When he conceded 4 goals from Villa in 2 legs, he still scored 6 and went through, right? So Luis Enrique is great, but every great manager need people that work with his system, with the way he plays. Right, Mark?
I don't disagree with that, but this notion that Luis Enrique wouldn't be able to get anything out of some of these players at Arsenal, I totally disagree with that. Like, this is, and I'm not saying, Mo, you're like this. I think you just have a more nuanced take on this. I think some people in the chat will probably agree with you, but I think those same people forget. Let's not pretend that Luis Enrique came into this team with Mbappe and people thought, oh, maybe with Mbappe, and he couldn't do it with Mbappe. But Dembele, injury-prone player, coming to PSG, didn't work out at Barca. It didn't work out where he was playing. And I forget what other teams he was playing. I don't keep track of Dembele. Let's not forget Marquinhos on his way out. Barcola, some player that kept. It was another Nani Madueke, but the French.
Barcola is better than all Arsenal wingers, apart from Saka.
That's right. No, I'm not denying that.
Better than current Saka.
When he came,
probably
to the
yes.
team,
Probably yes, Kelk. Wallahi, probably yes.
Saka has dropped off quite a bit since that injury.
But when he came to the team, like, he didn't have all-stars either. He didn't have players like Dembele. Dembele was nowhere near the conversation of Ballon d'Or when he came to the team.
Saka, you know why you can handle Dembele's injury? How many minutes did Dembele play this? 900 minutes in the league, Marshall. That equates to 10 games, Marshall. 10 games.
Equates. Massive injury.
This season, played 10. You know that Dembele last season didn't play the first half of the season.
Yeah, because he had massive injuries.
He was missing for
because he was injured. So he was kept on the
he's an
sideline for the second
injury-prone
of the
player.
season.
Also, Vitinha from Wolves. No one expected Vitinha to be the player that he
Yeah.
is now at
I will
PSG.
give
I
you
think
this.
he's the best 8 in the
See,
world right now.
Guys,
Either him or
people here think that I'm saying that Arteta is better than Enrique. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is that if Enrique goes to this Arsenal squad as it is, he will kick out half of the squad.
I
Because they aren't good enough.
I think he
I
improved
think
a lot
they
of the
improve him
players.
as
Like
well,
he
but-
improved Vitinha, like he improved Dembele, like he improved Barcola, and even like Marquinhos. Like Marquinhos, I thought was on a decline, and he made Marquinhos. He brought in Pacho, who no one rated Pacho. No one knew who Pacho was. No one was rating João Neves and
He improved
Mendes.
Neves a lot.
Like
I don't want to
like,
turn this into. I don't want this turn into an Arsenal debate. I know that.
It's too late.
I know the
They're
I love
Arsenal
Arsenal.
debate.
What are you talking about?
I know the Arsenal
They didn't win
debate
the cup
gets.
final. We're talking
I know
about
the
Arsenal.
Arsenal debate gets like people riled up and stuff like this.
That's why we do it, man.
Cheers.
yeah.
Let me read these supers. If Fergie got Bale and Semenyo in January 2012, the Premier League title race. Fair enough.
I like Semenyo, but we're not going to say that Semenyo
not
is
comparing
Gareth
him
It's
Bale.
Gareth
Come on.
Bale.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we're not
comparing
going
him
to do
to
that.
Bale.
Crazy statement. That is a very.
I like Semenyo,
Semenyo and
but
Gareth
there's just
Bale
a
in the
different.
same
There's a different level.
sentences.
There's levels.
Both in the same sentence is wild.
No, but hold on. Can I tell you guys something? Actually, Semenyo is very compared to Gareth Bale. I'm going to tell you why. Because based on the pool of talent that is in the Premier League, wasn't Semenyo the best winger in the league in the first half of the season?
Yeah, but he's not as strong as Bell. He's not as fast as
No.
Bell.
No one said that.
And he was
No,
dropping
no
off
one
in
said
November
Don't
too.
do it, man.
Hold on.
He was dropping off in November.
No one said that. Mark, you get riled up a lot about this.
I know, man.
Bro, you're
I
about to wear
know.
a City shirt. You just lost to City. Calm down. It's all right.
Bro, relax, man.
It's
I don't
all
get
right,
affected
bro.
like
It's
that.
all
No,
right.
it's fine. I'm fine, man. You can tell I'm fine. I've been smiling this whole
I
this
know
whole
you are.
podcast.
To be
Exactly,
fair,
Yeah.
he's
bro.
uplifted me. Yeah,
But
there you go.
based on the pool of talent in the Premier
You're
League,
my
has gone
guy,
down.
bro.
Can
Of
City
course.
fans tell us about Benjamin Mendy?
Yep.
Yeah, we
City-
suspended him.
Exactly. And no one was trying to protect him. No one was trying to say, "Oh no, it's okay." No one was telling us that no, he's just not going on this trip because he's got niggles. No,
I'm gonna
qualification,
tell
he came out innocent, right?
about these cases. To be honest, I think it's the responsibility of the club, not the football manager, not the
They
coach.
kicked him out immediately too. Yeah.
For me, I think the club, if you know the person is guilty, you need to stop playing the guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know that, to be honest with you, I don't know the ins and outs of the Thomas Partey situation at Arsenal. I don't know it, right?
Sure.
All I know is he was not convicted. He was charged, or not even charged. He was
I think
under
accused,
investigation
right?
for
He's
something,
waiting
and they
for
kept him
trial
playing.
right now.
Right?
Yeah.
I know they kept him. So I don't know a lot about him. If Arsenal kept him play, I don't think it's Mikel Arteta's fault that he does this. The club has hierarchy that deal with these situations, and lawyers and other people and PR people that will advise the club to do it. What happened at Man City, Pep Guardiola didn't suspend Mendy. It was the club. Bournemouth, Iraola didn't suspend the guy. It was the club. It was the lawyers. It was the PR people. So I don't blame Arteta for Thomas Partey. Do I blame Arsenal for playing the guy? Yes, but I don't know the ins and outs of, was he charged? Was he guilty? Was he innocent? I don't know what was the point then. Like what was against him? What was like for him? I don't know, to be honest with you. So I actually know it's a very tricky situation for a lot of people. But I would like, if you are being charged with something like this, the club needs to act, not the coach. Like, I'm not gonna blame Pep for something that the club should have done. You know what I mean?
The same thing with Adam Johnson. Yeah, remember his situation. He also that club got blasted as well because they kept on playing him. Same thing.
Yeah, the club. It's the club. It's not the coach, to be honest with you. Anyway, one can be wrong in a room full of flat earthers.
Yeah, no, they can't, mate. So
Who's that
Fair enough, man.
yeah, hi. You do it
It's
again.
like, what's that in regards to? I didn't know.
Do it again.
Chelsea.
Mo.
I'm not sure what that's.
That one
Chelsea are
Right.
going to get relegated. We're going into administration. There's your flat Earth theory. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
To the moon.
Your owners are responsible for over 150,000 deaths in Sudan. She throws stones from glass. Insufferable show, more genuinely weird. People are not weird. People have different opinions. And I'm saying it here. Kilk isn't responsible for what the people in Emirates do. I don't know. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of that, about the army in Sudan and all this stuff about. I tried to read about it. It is so. There's so much stuff about it that you don't know where the truth is. And Jamal, I actually tell you that you don't know the truth yourself about this. If Sheikh Mansour and the Sheikh bin Zayed are the ones responsible for it or not. There's a lot of accusations out there, Jamal. There's a lot of people that saying that Emirates are, and listen, I'm Egyptian and Sudan are like brothers to us, right? Like we're Egyptians. We were one country at some point and we got a lot of friends that are Sudanese and a lot of Egyptians are in Sudan. I don't know the ins and outs. So for me to say that, yes, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed or Sheikh Mansour are responsible. So I'll be doing the same, Jamal, as the British media saying that Qatar and Saudi Arabia, they are doing this, you're against humanitarians and this stuff and human rights and all this stuff. It's the same, Jamal. You see, when I listen to some of the podcasters in The Guardian or in England, and they accuse all the Arab countries of violating human rights, they are shit. But they never look at themselves. So I'm not going to do that, Jamal, because I don't know the ins and outs of the politics. You don't know, like I genuinely don't know who's responsible. And when I read about it, there is things going around from both sides. So I don't know about it. It's way bigger than me to understand, to be honest with you. And if that happens, I'm against it. But also if that doesn't happen, I can't accuse a whole nation in Emirates and a whole country of Emirates of this because I don't know.
Also,
You get the
Arsenal
point.
take money from that same money source too. Don't forget.
Yeah.
And also, Jamal, I'm going to tell you something.
Emirates
actually sponsor.
Pretending.
So Jamal, just to be fair, also, yes, she's right. Arsenal sponsors are Emirates. It's the same thing. It's much bigger than all of us, by the way, these things. It's much bigger than
There's a
all
lot
of
of
us.
teams involved with the Emirates, yeah.
Yeah. But it's so tricky. I don't want to get into it. Let's keep it to the football side. The reason why I asked Tariq about him is, to be honest with you, it was about me. This is what the situation going to go. Sorry, I'm going to read the super chat.
The first thing Mo said today that I agree with.
A lot of people don't like Arteta because of his antics on the side, but Jurgen Klopp was fantastic and he was loved by everyone. Even though he used to jump up and down, he used to do a lot of stuff. But people liked it when Klopp did it, but they don't like it when Arteta did it. I actually don't like Arteta on the sideline. I said many times he jumps like a cockroach on the sideline, but so is Jurgen Klopp. So was Antonio Conte. I remember Antonio Conte stepped on the pitch when the play was happening, literally, for us. He stepped on the pitch. It's just part of being a manager. Antonio Conte does this. Mancini, when City for 2012, he was on the pitch. When City were playing. That last game against QPR, Mancini was jumping up and down like crazy. It happens all the time. You call this Arsenal team unstoppable, which is what you don't understand. This is my debate. Arteta makes this team very good. They faltered in March and April, which is why I say there should be questions about why you falter in March and April. Guys, by the way, I'm not someone who will say Arsenal always great. March and April, you'll see shows, you'll see streams where I'm criticizing Arsenal even after wins. Same for City, by the way. City sometimes win games and I say they are great. And then sometimes they win game and I say they aren't good. Same thing. Injured Calafiori played more minutes than most of PSG. Actually, someone did that chart yesterday. It was actually crazy. Crazy.
Well, Dembele was injured a lot of the season. I don't understand why he's getting crap for missing games when he was injured. He had like a massive injury. He missed like 4 or 5 months. Of course he did. Of course he didn't play as many minutes.
Slot won last season, but with a much better window this season. Why is Liverpool shit? Because he's not a good manager. Because he doesn't have Mohamed Salah to carry him. The Slot is not a good manager, and we've seen it this season. What you don't see from Arteta is the drop-off that happened this season. If it happens, we'll call it out. But it hasn't happened for a whole season. Arteta hasn't
There has been a drop-off. What are you talking about? There was only a couple of weeks ago it was in City's hands. So there was a drop-off of like 9 points. What are you on?
Are you comparing that drop-off for like some games to Arne Slot drop-off with Liverpool from winning the title to...
All right, cool. All right, Mo. You're right.
I'd like to know why the lady and Tariq think about Pep handling of Mendy, played him for a year with allegation and called him a good boy in court. I don't want to get there. It is it's not the manager's job to do it with these things. It's much more complicated than this. To be honest with you guys, if City stopped signing dwarves, Kelk would not cry.
That has nothing to do with it. What? Turkey
she does that because
he's a sharp player.
She doesn't like Bernardo at all. Waiters were not supposed to be here games.
That's a good one.
But going for Chelsea, so why aren't Chelsea challenge? If you think you get good signings, you're there next season.
I made that mistake already. Like Marshall said, after the end of last season, after the PSG performance, I also had big hopes. I did. I said that Man City would win, but I also said that I think that Chelsea will finish above Arsenal. Sure, I did say that. So I don't want to make that same mistake. What I said to you before was correct. Is let me see how the summer transfer window ends, and then you can ask me, and then I will tell you exactly what I think. Mm-hmm. Is that fair?
Yeah, and you know what? To go on to piggyback off of what Mark said, if we do have a good season, if like it's a season where the majority of us on the panel here say like, yeah, Chelsea have had a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 window, then yeah, I could see us challenging. Yeah, sure. With Xabi Alonso, with a good left winger, potentially, Robert Cech isn't in goal anymore after.
No. Mo thinks he's one of the best keepers in the league.
Listen, I think as a shot stopper, he's phenomenal, but we need someone who can pass out the back. It depends what Xabi Alonso wants at the end of the day, right? If he's okay with Robert Sanchez, I'm okay with him. If he wants someone like a Magnan, then cool, let's go for Magnan. But
is he better? Is he not better than Donnarumma?
I think okay. You know what? I think he's better than Donnarumma. I'll just say it. I don't care.
Who?
Sanchez.
Who? Oh man,
I think Sanchez is better than Donnarumma.
Bro, come on, man. You my guy.
I think the City fans who want to be genuine can tell me that Donnarumma has been saved by a lot of results, despite how he is on corners. Like, yes, shot stopping wise, Donnarumma gets it every day that ends in Y. But everything else, I'm sorry, I'm giving it to Robert.
But you said the same thing about Robert Sanchez. You just said he's a great shot stopper, but he
not
can't
as good
distribute.
as Donnarumma, though, Mark. Not as good as Donnarumma, though. Donnarumma is fantastic in terms of shot stopping. He's world class. That's why.
Why would you not?
That's why when Mo said in the Champions League last year, Donnarumma was class. I agree with him because in the Champions League he was, but in the league season, which I know a lot of people don't watch the PSG, the Ligue 1, he was disastrous. That's why they got rid of him. There's a reason they got rid of him. He's been fantastic for City. Don't get me wrong. Shot stopping wise, leadership, those are great qualities to have. It definitely shores up your defense. It definitely gives you more confidence. But Kelk, Tariq, Vader, you can't look me straight in the eyes and say, there weren't moments in the season where Donnarumma just, damn, that was a close.
Oh, you're not going to get that argument from me.
Those moments,
no, you're not going to get
him over Robert Sanchez.
You're not going to get that argument from me. I just
Robert
think
Sanchez has had maybe 3 of those moments in seasons.
I'm taking Donnarumma over Sanchez.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
No question.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. No hesitation.
I thought you were going to say that we would rather have Trafford over Sanchez over Donnarumma, because that's an argument.
People just want to pretend that Sanchez is the same Sanchez.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Shout out Stephen A. Smith. Big up.
Change the corner rule. Good luck jumping with Gabriel. People actually don't realize. Whoa! With his handsome man.
Aw, is that a little shark outfit?
Oh, this handsome man.
Mini Mark.
Yeah. For Donnarumma and Sanchez, I actually think Donnarumma is a much better shot stopper than Sanchez. But I think Sanchez is a better passer and a better commander of the area. So it's either which one do you want? I think Donnarumma is part of the reasons why City are in the title race. He kept them in so many games by great saves, actually. Great saves. But my problem is he actually made some mistakes that lost them points by just coming out. Like, I don't think sometimes he comes, like he loses his bearings and he comes out. He doesn't command the area. And I think sometimes he does these things. So I don't think neither of them are great goalkeepers. But I stand by my point. Donnarumma is world class in terms of like shot stopping and keeping teams in games, right? But I think he lacks a couple of things that are so important in modern goalkeepers. And I think City made a mistake by signing him. They should have stayed with Trafford. Should have at least give him the nod. I know he made mistakes against Spurs in the beginning of the season. That's why City rushed and went to sign Donnarumma. But I think James Trafford, if you stayed with him, he's balanced. He might not be Donnarumma in shot stopping, But I think City would have been better playing from the back, sticking to the system with James Trafford. He's not a bad goalkeeper, and he showed us that in the cup. He showed us that with when he played. I'm not saying that he's better than Donnarumma, but I think he's more balanced than Donnarumma, in my opinion. More balanced.
I actually agree with you.
I think if City had gone your route, we wouldn't be this close to Arsenal because Trafford would have been our main, and we would not have had a
time for
backup.
Trafford.
He might have improved enough though to
maybe
make us like
later you're
overwhelming
correct.
favorites for everything next season. Though he could have
But
just had
actually,
a year.
The
of
fine margins
no.
this season, I don't think we could have afforded a learning Trafford and to try and still be 2 points off Arsenal. I think it would have been.
I wouldn't agree with that,
Were you
Vader,
going
because
for
I
a
said.
rebuild, or were you going for more of the same?
Wait, what?
Were you if you were going for an actual rebuild, then then you would have gone with Trafford.
No. Yes,
if more of the same, you go Donnarumma.
If it was a rebuild with not again, but it's not acceptable for City to be
almost done.
I have to go.
It's not acceptable for City to be in a rebuild and not be in a title challenge because we have the best manager. So
I'm gonna do the supers and then get out of here. Change the corner rule. Good luck jumping with Gabriel. People thought that if you change the corner rule, people can't hold the Arsenal players as well, so they'll have a free jump.
Yeah, but Gabriel seems to only he can jump when it's attacking, but defensively he seems to always want to fall when it's
actually. Mo, can I ask you a quick
one
question?
little touch and he goes down like a pussy.
Yes.
Do you think that Gabriel should have Player of the Season shouts over Saliba?
No.
I agree. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. We're in agreement.
Saliba's more steady. Gabriel has great moments, but
Gabriel's had the goals, and I think people are looking at the goals.
I've had Arsenal fans tell me that.
I am okay. I am starting not to like Gabriel as much as I liked him in the beginning of the season.
It's his teeth, isn't it?
Vader, I'm just getting the Avengers of the anti-Gabriel.
Is it the hair transplant or is it the?
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
It's them fake ass teeth.
For me to play for me to play for big teams, you have to have the composure when things are not going your way, especially not only in blocks. Tarkovsky can do great blocks. Tarkovsky lead the league in blocks, right? He's fantastic. You need to lead to be very good on the ball and not clear it to a throw-in. Always start an attack because you are the team on the front foot. You are Arsenal, you are City, you are Chelsea. You know what I mean? Because Tarkovsky, he does the block, and then when he gets on the play, he clears it, throw in, clears it long, lump it long, and hope for the best. So if you watch Saliba and Gabriel lately in the last 2-3 months, many times I would watch Gabriel and he would be under pressure a little bit. He would pass it short. He would clear it, would go for a throw in. Saliba never does this. Saliba would put the forward at his back, turn, and pass it through the line, go to the channel. He's more composed on the ball than Gabriel, for me, that I think. I know that Gabriel is great defender, oh my God, does this, and fighter. But there's a lot of fighters in the world. You can get fighters everywhere, right? But you can't get the composed defenders. You cannot get the composed defenders. And Gabriel's last word, Gabriel is a very good defender and also composed. So he has an edge over Gabriel.
I beg every single Arsenal fan that when I said that statement got triggered, I beg, look at every single goal you've conceded this season. And it's not that many, right? You were bragging about how good your defense is. It's not that many goals you need to look at.
Freaking Chelsea's
Look at Gabriel and look at Saliba and tell me who is the biggest culprit between the both of them. And then tell me Gabriel's world-class afterwards.
That requires too much thinking.
But there is one more thing that now we actually can't ignore that Gabriel is a massive weapon going forward. That's why
100%.
Maybe that
goals are important.
So for me, that compensates for the lack of composure at the back. It compensates for maybe the lack of composure at the back. But if they dry out, now I gotta look at your defending only because you aren't contributing offensively. That's why I said lately, when the set pieces dried a little bit, I'm looking at your defending and how do you play from the back? How do you pass? So I prefer Saliba. Because Saliba I don't like the other types. I don't like John Stones. I'm not a big fan. So I'm going to tell you why. Because John Stones is better than Saliba on the ball. He's probably better than 99% of defenders we've ever seen on the ball. He's a midfielder. He literally can play attack. He played against Inter.
He played midfield against Champions League final.
In the half, he played in the half space, right? Between the midfield and the offense, and he looked comfortable on the ball. But I don't think he's a great defender. So I like the balance. I like the Saliba, the ones that can play from the back.
Clearance.
You know what I like? I like Gehi. He can defend and he's good on the ball. Gay, left foot, right foot can pass. Both. I like these type of defenders. I like Van Dijk.
You might have missed the young John Stones that wasn't as injury plagued as he's been at City, but I hear your point.
John Stones never had to defend. City don't defend. Man City defenders
he
don't
had a
defend.
goal line clearance.
He came to us because
That's
he was
not
a very strong
defending.
defender. He was
Defending for me is reading the game, is all this stuff. But anyway, this is why I say United and Arsenal are by far the most hated. 100%. United and Arsenal are the most hated. 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. No one ever denies this.
What about Liverpool fans? No.
No,
Yeah,
Liverpool
they're-
aren't hated, bro. No.
Liverpool are third. Chelsea
Out
fourth.
there.
I think in terms of annoyance, I know who's more annoying. United fans are way more annoying than anyone else. Probably. Apart from Barcelona fans, but yeah, that's different.
Yeah, we haven't seen the full force of United fans on Twitter because United.
But
haven't
at the
been
same
good during
time-
the Twitter era.
Kels, at the same time, understanding United fans being so annoying, when you accumulate so much, they kind of have a right to it. For the pocket of what Arsenal did, for them to be just as annoying, it's
Not quite the
I
same.
don't know. Yeah.
Arsenal signed 6-foot guys. Rivals thought they were models. Listen, I don't know what. Kel can read the next super
Well, it looks like
chat.
a model, I'll tell you that. Ugh.
Kel, you can read the next super chat that is highlighted now in the start, and you let me know if I show it. I don't know what that means. So
I don't either. I don't. That's probably a slang. It's probably insulting me, but I don't know what that means. We'll just say thank you for the super chat.
yeah, thanks for the super chat. May 25th, Gabriel will wake up a champion, cry more, but no one said otherwise. No one said otherwise. Like, why are you riled up? Right?
Because you said that Gabriel's overrated. That's why they're getting triggered.
Because I say
doesn't mean
Saliba's
he's
better
bad.
than him. You know
Also,
what,
it doesn't mean
guys?
he's a
Can I
bad
tell you guys
player.
one thing? You know, I said that Raw Colwell has more than Gabriel Raw before Arteta made him that defender, and people didn't like what I said.
Gabriel's more of a fighter for sure, though. But I
Colwell
agree
is a
with you.
fighter. I actually think
I
that
like
if you
Colwell.
give,
I like Colwell.
I have to start work,
you-
so anyways, thanks for
yeah,
having me
yeah,
on.
yeah. I'm gonna listen. I want to thank everyone that joined us. I want to appreciate everyone. Peter, glad to see you on the channel. Appreciate you joining us. I know you're a busy man, but congratulations on the domestic double. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Marshall, for joining us. Congratulations on Xabi Alonso challenging for the league next season. Title contenders. Chelsea champions 2027. You have heard it here first.
Oh my god.
2027.
I'll take it.
He can't help himself.
Big up, Mark. I want to respond to something. Because you didn't like my takes and some other people's takes, you said it's the worst stream this season. That's not true. People need to accept different opinions than yours.
I agree, man.
You need to accept different opinions. So is it a great stream if you come here and shit on Chelsea the whole stream, or we shit on Liverpool? Like, you need to accept that there are different opinions. You need to accept that people are rivals. You don't like your team, right? You don't
Expand
like
your
team.
horizons, chat.
Like it's okay. You can debate them. We debate them. How many times Marshall was here with Dio? Man,
I remember when I was here with Souls all the time, man. Yeah.
Vader stream with Dio every Monday on Osam's channel every Tuesday. And
I'm sorry, man.
it just, people have different opinion. Dio has a different opinion than other Arsenal fans. Marshall and Mark are different. I need people to open up. Guys, if we become echo chambers, I swear to God, you wouldn't like me.
100%.
You wouldn't like me. If I become just repeating the same thing I say, you wouldn't like my channel. Right?
I
Oh,
like the
no, I
stream.
forgot
I
to
thought it
say,
was a stream.
congratulations to the Scudetto, by the way.
Double.
The double, yeah. Congratulations
double.
to your double.
Okay,
okay, okay.
Like,
Sorry, oh my gosh.
The double. Yeah. I don't
Well,
make moral
you
judgments.
guys spend the most
I
money, so you should be winning
I know
the
if
double.
anyone wants to leave, I can discuss this with people. I don't make moral judgments. Actually, I refuse to make moral judgments on people. I actually shut it down. People know I make moral judgment on one thing only. It's the Palestine thing. I make moral judgment on it. That's my take on it. You don't like it, you don't like me, fine. But I wouldn't make moral judgments on other things because I actually hate it when we make moral judgments on other people. But I defended Kelk, of course. Why did I not defend Kelk? That's her opinion on Thomas Partey. It's her opinion. And by the way, she has opinion like a lot of others. So why not? Like, for me, you're allowed to have your opinion. I'm not gonna shut it down. That's what I think. Like, she has her opinion. I can debate her opinion, but maybe I agree, maybe I disagree with her. I will see you guys on Osama's channel. He is crashing out for Xabi Alonso joining Chelsea. That would be an elite stream, of course. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow is our solo stream. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time, I'll do solo. We'll discuss Chelsea in depth. We'll see what happens in the league as well and all the stuff. So be here. I will see you guys. And we're out of here, people.